Okay, starting out after getting breakfast, I have about 1,200 steps.
I have 11.
Yeah, so this is
That's
probably going to be a 30,000 step day, and in the past something like this would have really destroyed my body, specifically my hips and my knees and my back, but nowadays I can get through it pretty easily. You can do actually a few of these in a row, so we'll check back in and see how many steps we get.
Yesterday, 25?
Yeah, today I had 25,000. The only thing was my ankles bother me a little bit, but that's something unrelated.
This does not look like a very recipe.
That's a hippo.
Do you remember how to get back here?
Alright, we're coming up on 10,000. I'm at about 7,000, and we made it to Epcot.
I'm 6,500.
And I don't have any hip issues. How are you doing?
I am great.
She's great.
I'm even hydrated.
Doing fine. We're hydrated. We're still good. We're still going for 30,000, so we got a lot more steps to go. Yeah. Alright, that's 14,000 steps. And we've got a little bun. And we've got some other buns back there. So we saw a bun.
Buns for golden hour.
So now we can leave Epcot. Alright, so now we're back in the room and we're at about 15,000 steps. Feet are a little bit tired, but that's pretty typical. Not really having any pain. I've been getting the occasional clicking in my left hip, so I think I am going to go to the gym to get a workout in, and I'm going to show you some things you can do kind of at this point of the day where you got a lot of steps in and you may start to feel some discomfort, not necessarily pain, but that can definitely turn into pain later on. So I'll show you what you can do kind of in the middle of your day to decrease that discomfort and make sure that that pain doesn't increase in your hips, your lower back, or your knees. Alright, so while Alexia's taking a nap, I just wanted to explain to you why I do these certain exercises when I have a day where I have to walk a lot. So walking is incredibly what we call sagittal plane dominant. Sagittal plane basically means it's a movement forward and backward, right? With walking, it's primarily sagittal plane movement. Now, we will get some rotation with walking. You can kind of see it as I walk, right? Rotation in the lower back and the hips and the thoracic spine as well. However, this is primarily sagittal plane, forward and backward, flexion, extension. Now, we have to talk about the frontal plane. Frontal plane is basically the side. So bringing the leg out to the side or in across to the other side, adduction and abduction. And with walking, our abductors and our adductors are mostly used for stabilization, right? To stabilize the hip when it's in a single leg position. So we aren't getting a lot of range of motion or flexibility or lengthening through either the abductors or the adductors. And so if we don't get that movement trained, it's going to restrict those motions in our hips. So when we start to step to the side and actually utilize the frontal plane, those muscles aren't ready to lengthen, and it can cause some pain in the hips. And then if those muscles get, too many spasms in them, they get some trigger points, then you can also get some pain in the hips, especially when you're doing those thousands of repetitions throughout the parks or you know, your job or wherever you have to do a lot of walking. And so if you get those spasms in those adductors or abductors, because they have to stabilize that hip so much for hundreds and hundreds of steps, and we're not getting the mobility in, it's going to throw off the movement of your hips and the biomechanics, and you could get more pinching or just overall hip pain. So that's just a preface to these next couple exercises I'm going to show you while I'm at the gym. Going to be focused primarily on getting some mobility and movement specifically into abduction and adduction. I got a gym to myself, so I'm going to show you these working that in the frontal plane mobility. So look at the adductors here. One that I got to the side, feeling that stretch through here. Ooh, and then the other side too. So you see we're coming out to the side. Frontal plane. Right. Now we're going to work into adduction. Now bringing that leg in front and over. So still frontal plane, just the opposite direction. So I'm feeling a stretch on my abductors here. And then working that other side too. So there's no leg press machine, no barbell. So I think I'm gonna just train strength in the frontal plane as well. So I'll let you take a look at that too. Okay, so for obvious reasons, we're not gonna be making 30,000 steps today. So, we'll call it at around 20,000. All right. So, like, kind of just to sum up everything, you know, when you're getting discomfort, when you're walking for a long time, you manage that. Especially when you're walking for a long time, there's a lot of movement in the sagittal plane. So kind of halfway through your day, if you're starting to feel some discomfort, don't let it turn into pain. work that frontal plane using those exercises that I showed you, and manage those hips, lower back, and just any other problems that you may have when you are when you're walking for a long time during the day and it's getting louder. There's my thunder, so we're gonna go inside and so yeah, do those exercises to improve your pain, improve your movement, and improve your life. Oh my God, that's good.
Pain is not magical.
Well, that's the wrong channel, but that works too.